Hello. I just wanted to come on and talk about the media that I consumed throughout September, or the month of September. I mean, it's only the 24th right now, but I have consumed a lot of media, specifically like movies and TV shows. I really have not played a lot of games over this past month. I started out being a little bit fatigued at the start of September because I built my PC in August and I played a ton of games in August. I was playing just so many hours on Steam, mainly just on Steam. And I don't know, I felt like maybe I kind of needed a break. I didn't really know it at the time, but looking back, yeah, I think I needed a break from video games. And so I kind of just started with like me watching a movie. I watched Notting Hill. It was a pretty good movie. It was set in the UK. It's kind of like a love story with this British guy who owns a bookshop and this famous actress. And it was a really enjoyable movie. It's really funny. Like his roommate is like a wacko, and he's super hilarious. And yeah, I really enjoyed just the atmosphere of the movie and like the kind of early 2000s vibe of it. And just yeah, I thought the acting was just kind of not bland, but like just kind of straightforward and realistic and kind of just humorous in a kind of a fresh way. It was kind of weird though, because it has like two conflicts. It's like you're thinking you're getting to like the end of the movie because they like resolve their issues, and then the next day there's like another issue, like a super big issue, and she leaves. And then you're like, oh, is it a bad ending then? Is she like she hates him now, and he's gonna have to like learn to live without her? Doesn't seem that way. Um, but yeah, it was kind of odd the two conflicts, but overall it was a pretty good movie. It did seem a little bit long though. My only complaints for it. Next I watched Bridget Jones' Diary. It was kind of weird, kind of funny, not super memorable. I enjoyed it, but and the characters were just kind of weird and unrealistic, I think. So I don't know. It was like a 6 out of 10. I don't think I'll ever watch it again, but it was a cool setting yet again in London. And yeah, overall, there's kind of a yeah, it was a fun movie, but I'm not too sure I liked it super much. I did like it, but it wasn't amazing. Then after watching just two movies, I don't know. I think I watched them like a week apart. I was still getting kind of it was kind of the time where I'm falling in. I'm like, I'm not really liking video games. I'm getting kind of bored, and I started watching this show called Shoresy. I just hop on Hulu one day, I scroll, I see like this thing. It's like, oh, it's about hockey. I like hockey. Awesome. So I pull it up. I watch the first episode. I'm like, okay, this is kind of odd. Where's this going? Like, and I knew nothing about Letterkenny. I didn't know that this was a spin-off of Letterkenny. I was just like kind of just in it for hockey and wanted to see where it was going to go. And it was hilarious. I absolutely loved Shoresy. The characters were amazing. The writing was amazing. The setting was amazing. Like it was just so cool. I mean, I know that like culture between like America and Canada isn't that different, and it really didn't seem that different either. But it was kind of cool, just like seeing how just hockey players might live in Canada. I mean, I know this is definitely glorified and made for comedic purposes, but it was just such a weird show. It reminded me of Ted Lasso almost that I watched a long time ago. I probably should rewatch because I don't really remember much about it, but it was kind of similar to that. And it's just like yeah, this guy who's just a nut job. He's crazy. He's a like a mean hockey player. He plays mean. He plays rude, but he's a good guy. And his teammates are fun and enjoyable, and they're all just a random mix of humans, and it's just real funny and real enjoyable. And after that, I mean, it's not over yet. I watched, I think it's like 4 seasons. Yeah, 4 seasons, 5 seasons. It must be four. And I watched it in about 4 days. I think I watched a season a day because I was just hooked on the show. I I was just super excited, super happy to just watch it, and it would suck me in, and I just would not think about anything else. And it was amazing because it just relieved all my stress and all my worrying about the future. I was just in the moment, watching putting myself in their shoes, watching the show. Props to the guy who made it. And then I realized at the end of it, I was like, oh, I had that feeling of, oh, I've just finished an amazing show. I have to wait for another season. This sucks. So I tried to find, and I found out that it was a spin-off of the show called Letterkenny, because it recommended it, right as I finished the last episode. And so Letterkenny, realized it's made by the same guy with similar actors, and it was a little bit older. And so I checked it out, watched the first episode, watched the second episode. I get super hooked on it. Yet again, this is a 12 season show, and I watched a season a day. Some days even 2 seasons or a season and a half a day. I was addicted. It was just, it was so cool. It's just like the small town life just reminds me of, going to visit my grandma and my aunts every summer in, the small town where my mom grew up. And it just reminded me so much of that. And it was just such a nostalgic feeling almost, with like these unique characters that they don't really go super in depth in, because it's a comedic show, which is, one of its kind of weaker links, because the characters don't show a lot of character development. But it was super fun and enjoyable and funny and weird. And yeah, absolute 10 out of 10. But I do have a complaint. It's just I don't know what it was. I just could not stand Katie. Katie was, or the sister of Wayne, the sister of the main character. She was just super stuck up. I'm not sure if this is just how they wrote her, but she just felt like super stuck up. And every time something slightly bad would happen to her, every single guy in town would stick up for her, even if she was in the wrong, or even if it wasn't a big issue. She just got away with everything, even when she was wrong. And she rubbed it in, and she was she bragged, and she was rude to everyone, and super hypocritical. Like the time where she meets this guy, and they're like, okay, well, we're gonna make this official, right? We're gonna be dating, and then she sees him a week later with some other girl, and then the whole town goes to Michigan to just beat him up. And I was just like, she's been cheating the whole show, and she never faces any backlash. I don't know. It was just super weird. I mean, maybe that's what you do for your siblings or for someone you really, really care about. But I think the extent of the situation was a little odd. As well as I think they got in a lot of brawls in the show, and it kind of got boring at a point, because they're just like, oh, nice, they're just gonna win the brawl again and win just easily, sweep through easily. There wasn't really any oh, he's actually fighting someone that's powerful now or difficult to fight against. They kind of do that through the first season of oh, this guy's super strong, he's challenging him, and then it kind of just goes to oh, well, yeah, he beats him up, and then he joins his crew. It's pretty funny with Joint Boy and Tyson. Those guys were super funny. I love their characters a lot. I really wish we got more screen time with them. That'd be a cool spinoff. Because yeah, I really hope they start. I mean, other than the Katie, which I really did not like as a character. I really hope that they do more Shoresy. I'm not sure how long they're gonna do Shoresy for. Maybe they'll get to 12 seasons. I doubt it, but maybe they will. But I didn't genuinely love Shoresy and Letterkenny. But I hope they do more spin-offs. I hope they take characters from Letterkenny and just go yeah, let's do a spin-off with them and then they're older. Or let's do a spin-off from this guy in Shoresy when he was younger. I really hope that happens, and I'm really excited to see that. And I'm really excited to see what's next to come in Shoresy. And I will definitely in the future self remind me, or hope this video reminds you, to go back and rewatch Letterkenny and Shoresy when you're having a difficult time, because they're such amazing shows, and they will give you a few weeks of just break. you know. Well, I guess for me, 2 weeks of break, but yeah, that's about all I've been watching. And yeah, talk to you soon. Peace.